Hey, do you struggle getting your hands back when you swing? We actually like to see in the swing the hands kind of stay back, the scap kind of load, and then you step away from your hands. And what it does is it creates a stretch through the muscle here and allows these hands to get back. And it's a thing that a lot of elite hitters do. If you look at Mookie Betts or Ken Griffey Jr., they're both really good at it. But there may be a reason why you can't get your hands back there, and it may be a physical reason, not a technique reason, in the sense that your body actually doesn't have the mobility to get back there. So I'm going to talk about how you can go about correcting the body and allow yourself to get some more power into your swing and let those hands kind of charge up as you swing. So the first thing that I'm going to do when I'm looking at correcting the body is I'm going to want to see if it's the soft tissue around the upper back. So I'm going to look at the lats and the pecs mainly. So the first test that I like to do is back to shoulder wall flexion. So I actually get up against the wall here, bring my heels back to the wall. I've got my head, my upper back, and my bum against the wall. Thumbs are up, and I just reach up and touch the wall and then come back down. And what I want to see is if I can get up overhead. If the lats or the pecs are really restricted, the pecs may kind of pull your shoulders forward, and then the lats I can kind of depress the shoulders and kind of just make it tough for that arm to get up overhead. So what I'll do first is actually foam roll the lats. So you can kind of roll in through here and see if there's any tightness in there. And then foam roll the pecs in the front here. And then there's one other muscle I like to get in, it's called the teres. And I'll actually take a lacrosse ball, and that teres muscle is kind of right in here. It's often chronically tight on baseball players. Same thing with the lats, just because of the nature of cocking the arm back and getting into that extended posture when you're throwing. So kind of get either a lacrosse ball or an active mobility ball or even a tennis ball in there and kind of try to release that muscle. So once I've done all that soft tissue, sometimes I can go retest and that'll actually have corrected it. But then I actually like to kind of try to get that to stick. So I'll actually go to stretching it next. So there's many different ways to stretch. My two favorites for the pecs, I like the floor angel. So that one looks like this. You just lay on the floor, bring your arms up, and then you're just reaching up overhead, keeping your lower back flat and trying to shave the hair off the back of your forearms. And then for lats, there's many different ways. You can use a TRX, you can hang from a chin-up bar. My favorite is child's pose. Similar to child's pose, I keep my hips over my knees, come forward. I'm gonna actually round the lower back because the lats actually attach onto the pelvis and actually extend the lower back. So if I flex the lower back, that's gonna actually put a little bit more stretch into the lats. So then I'm gonna bring my palms up and then lean forward until I feel a stretch. And then I hold that. So I do those two, and then I'd retest and see if that's improved. If it hasn't improved, then that's probably not the problem. So the next thing we're going to go to is the thoracic spine. So the way we test the thoracic spine is, one of the ways is to sit down, cross the right leg over the left, keep these knees together, bring the bat up overhead, and then turn the body. And see how far you can turn. You should be able to get about 45 degrees or more of turn in this without opening your knees. So if you can and you feel really restricted there, actually like this as an exercise. So I'll actually do 3 of them. So I'll turn as far as I can, turning my head, taking a deep breath in, and then I'm actually going to side bend. And then I'm going to take another deep breath in. I'm going to actually try to work on the ribs as well. The ribs can actually restrict rotation as well. So I'm actually going to take a deep breath in and try to, this is not normal breathing, I'm going to actually try to expand the rib cage. So deep breath in. And blow all the air out. And then I'll do the same thing the other way. Deep breath in. And blow all the air out. And then I'll do that 3 times. And then I'll switch sides. I'll go to the other side. Deep breath in, blow out. And I'll go through that. So once I've done that, I want to check and see if I can actually rotate. I've done that. I should check and see if I can actually rotate further or if I feel looser after. And I actually do. So try that, and that can help open up the thoracic spine and also give the lats a little bit of a stretch and allow you to kind of get that arm back a little bit more. And then once I've done that, I want to ingrain that range of motion. So I actually want to work more on the stability, so that control of the movement. So what I like to do is some cable exercises. So I'm going to take you over to the cable rack and we'll do some cable exercises. So the first one here, I'm going to grab reasonably light weight here. I'm going to pull it in like this, kind of like a bicep curl, and then reach up and across my body, trying to keep my torso facing forward as I reach up and across. So that's exercise number one. And then the second one I like is a lift. So I'm going to be here. So actually I should be facing the other way for this one if I was working on the right arm, but I'm just going to show you this is actually working on the left arm. I'm going to come up to here, and then I'm going to reach across. Same thing, trying to keep my torso still and reach across. That's how I approach getting the arm back further, allowing those hands to kind of charge up, getting some live independent hands, torso lead arm separation. Give that a try. I hope that helps you with your swing.